will say this for nothing, Joan. If anyone might be thinking that I am going to present Tracy Ireland's show this week, then they are in for a surprise. Listen, Joan, how many people live around here, and actually lift a finger to help their own community? It's always left to us. Last week, I had enough. I won't be taken for an idiot. That's why I walked off, and I don't regret what I did.
Oh Terry, why have you got such a bee in your bonnet? If Dwayne had not stepped in at the last minute and hosted the show, our faithful viewers would have been left with disappointing blank screens. Being in a community like ours, where there is so much desperation and neglect, is not a place to be throwing toys out of prams. Go and live in a block of flats over in Wellswood, if you can't take the pressure of Torquay town centre living.
Charming Joan, unlike some I could mention. I stand by my principles. I applaud Tracy Ireland for being the first to expose Torquay Council's shameful treatment of its poorer communities, and how she wants to get help for those of us that must live in rat-infested houses, alongside drug dealers and hardened criminals. But having started this worthwhile campaign, she has no right to simply walk away, and assume that the rest of us will carry her baby. Had she spoken to us about her plans to disappear, I would have volunteered to host her show, up until she came back. We deserve to be consulted with Joan, not taken advantage of, by the likes of Tracy Ireland.
Terry, we keep going round and around the bushes. We do not know if Tracy had any say in her own and very sudden departure from Warren Road, and indeed her show on That's Torquay TV. You must stop being so judgmental towards Tracy, and casting your aspersions. She may have been taken capture for all we know.
Tracy may well be a massive thorn in the side of Torquay Council, but I hardly think she's in a dungeon beneath the town hall, waiting to be tried for treason. That's absolutely ridiculous. Oh look Joan, I hadn't noticed before, but that weird shape has popped up in our box again. Our security cameras are showing that it's right in front of Peter Pumpkin. I do so hope that it won't abduct him.
It's probably just someone playing trick or treat.
Trick or treat has been cancelled this year because of the virus. It's more likely someone hanging around to buy drugs. Business is booming in this part of Torquay's economy. You watch, any minute now, one of the dealers from Melville Street will come hurtling down Laundry steps, and do a deal in front of cameras, as bold as brass.
The shadow might be one of those strange lads who come up here, and then cruelly poke fun of everyone that they pass in the street. They are supposedly working as drugs mules, for a County Lines drugs dealer, who manages a branch of a Manchester-based concern, in one of the many private rented flats, around the centre of Torquay. The lack of licensing and proper regulation of local housing here makes it an ideal place for these entrepreneurs to have an outlet.
I think you are talking about those feral children, Joan. In my day, they would have been domesticated very quickly indeed, with a sharp and meaningful slap for being rude, intimidating and verbally abusive towards their elders. After the war, a good old-fashioned policeman, standing in Fleet Street, provided a clip around the ear. Nowadays, officers who do this will be prosecuted themselves. Yet, discipline took youngsters like them away from a one-way ticket to prison. Mind you, Joan, the dark outline is much too big for someone who hasn't reached adolescence, unless of course, they've been getting hold of growth hormones on the street, or from the internet.
Perhaps it's our American friend Noah, the one Tracy has a soft spot for. He's a big boy.
I think you will find, Joan, that Noah is much bigger than that.
Good Lord Terry. However, I am at a complete loss as to who this could be.
Hold fire, Joan, the shadow is turning towards our camera. I am starting to get a very good view of the head.